Hi, my name is Elon Hufana, and today we'll be going over the Maschine Sales Training Manual. So to begin, I will be using my iPad to follow along with the instruction manual. So to begin, we'll start with the pre-approach, and this will be an introduction and description of the product. The Maschine, one of the world's most fluid technology made to produce music through its powerful and exclusive drum synths, melodies, and its own personal software of every owner of this product. Basically, it has a workflow that creates smooth production, connecting projects, sounds, instruments, effects, and samples. Along with that, it comes with an 8 GB sound library, coming with 4 full versions of complete instruments and effects worth over $400. Next, we're going to jump into the company policies. So basically what this is your selling environment. Now this can vary from you being at a mall, trade show, pop-up store, and a lot more. Regardless of where you're selling, you must follow this set of guidelines in order to have a successful sale towards a customer. Failure to do so may result in suspension or a potential loss of job. Being kind, friendly, and a positive attitude towards the customer is a must in order to have an approachable sale. Along with that, if a potential customer has a problem with the product or a negative past experience with it, it's your responsibility as a salesperson to help fix that person and twist their mindset about that specific problem. That way they can come back to Native Instruments or Maschine and maybe suggest a friend. So now we'll be talking about merchandising, basically your on the floor's responsibility and the Maschine merchandise display. So, set up advertising signs and displays of merchandise on shelves, counters, or tables to attract customers and promote sales. Receive, open, unpack, and issue sales floor merchandise. As a salesperson, you're responsible for taking care of the products you have with you. Knowing how to assemble the machine is required. now we are in the steps of the sale. Let's go. The service approach. When a salesperson asks if assistance is needed, ending open questions, and asking how they are. Next would be the greeting approach. When a salesperson welcomes a customer to a store, smiling and being friendly. And lastly, being able to answer questions. The merchandise approach that tells features or buying motive, focusing on customer interest and commenting about what their interest is. Making sure that when you approach your customer, you are very cautious about your actions. You don't want to overdo anything and make them feel too uncomfortable to the point where they want to leave and just show up, look at something, but really feel uncomfortable and just step out. Determining needs. So, when do you actually determine a need? Well, salespeople will most of the time ask a question right after the greeting approach. They'll ask something simple, like what brings them into the store. From this, they'll create a full analysis and answers to help them solve what they're looking for. So, observing the customer. Non-verbal communication is what you should be using. Seeing how they walk into the store, how they're looking at something, their face, just the way they completely approach something. That's something that's really important. Next is listening to the customer. When listening to a customer, make sure that you pay full attention to the needs. It's really important that you remember what they want. That way, as a salesperson, you can help them. Questioning the customer. Remember, not everyone is comfortable speaking to people they don't know, so it's important to be polite and respectful, and also engage yourself at the same time. Once you see an opening, take that first tactic. So now we'll be jumping into presenting the product. Basically, when you present the machine, your key components of grabbing in a potential customer is to show everything of what it has to offer. This will include a computer, whether it being a PC or Mac, all things included when purchasing a machine, such as the software disk, USB cord, instruction manuals, and a lot more. Since there are 3 types of machines, prices and features will vary, but will all stay really relevant towards one basic concept, which is its music production. Each product will feature what the customer expects and wants from the machine. Each has its own exclusive taste and will all give a customer the satisfying experience they want. So, first off is the machine, the original. Maschine Micro, smaller if you want something you can hold with your hand. Maschine Studio, something that's a lot bigger if you want to take it to a more professional level. And for each one, such as the Maschine Micro, it's a lot smaller, and I actually bought one in the white colorway, white/silver. This is the Maschine Micro MK2. They also come with its own USB cord. And I currently do not have the software disk right now, but it comes with a software disk, a box, and a lot more stuff such as manuals inside. Overcoming objections. So we're going to define the need, and along with that, the objection analysis sheet. So the objection analysis sheet is a document that lists possible rejections and outcomes to the customer. The need. There are tons of beat makers out there that are very helpful in all sorts of ways. The customer might have a strong admiration for one product, but they might not have the money for it. It's all a matter of need versus want. Some customers might buy the product because they think it's neat and something new that they can use as an individual and maybe get into. Others might use it to make money off of it. It all just really varies. So now we're going to jump into the product. Now, when defining this, reasons a customer might not want to buy a product may vary from it being in a weird style, color, and the customer just not finding it appealing. The physical appearance is a big component to the potential customer for them to actually purchase it. We're now going to be talking the source. Relations from past experiences could lead from a person not to be a specific thing from a salesperson, but they can be used as a negative outcome. So they have a bad experience before with the company or the product. So it's your job as part of the company to have great customer service. Make sure you give them all your information, and so they can live a new moment of positivity. We'll also be going over the 4-step process, which is basically listening, acknowledging, restating, answering. So for listening, make sure you hear deliberately what the client needs and what their purpose is behind the want. There are loads of clients and customers out there who talk a lot of mockery. Make sure that if you're using things such as sarcasm, that you watch out for hints in their words, what they're saying, how they're saying it. This is all going to benefit towards you and yourself. So if someone's joking around, maybe you can actually twist that and have them buy the product, or maybe just get interested. It's your job to market yourself and the product. They may even persuade you to arrange a markdown, and that way they get a discount for the product. Just make sure that you're simply attempting to follow the principles of the organization and you can't bring down any cost. Acknowledging, respect and recognize your client's choice. So if they don't want to buy the item, that's completely fine. They have their own reasons, but just make sure that you understand them and they're welcome back anytime, and that they're also free to always change their opinion. So they might not want to buy it now, but maybe later they will. Restating, don't deliberately just push a client into buying the product. That's just bad marketing for yourself and the product. Instead, maybe show them alternatives. They don't want the original machine, so show them the Maschine Micro. That's simply not too big, not too small. So if they want something small, that can be arranged. If you want something bigger, that can also be arranged with the Maschine Studio. We're now going to go into answering. Remember to try to answer all the questions you can with the customer. If there's a problem regarding one product, show them another that's a little different, but they can probably still purchase contently with. It's extremely important that you feel their needs. So now I'll be moving into a way of specialized methods of handling objections. So maybe the customer is solely losing their interest of buying the product after all. No worries, remember that you can't force them to make the decision, but you can also try to persuade them. Recovering from these objections can be used by the methods boomerang, superior, demonstration, question, direct now, and the third party method. So the boomerang method is a way that you can turn around the customer's objections into a reason for an immediate purchase. Something like this can be a product being too big, and with us, the Maschine Studio might be too big, so we'll offer the Maschine Micro. Now, the superior method, this is a technique that permits the salesperson to acknowledge the objections as valid, yet still offset or compensate with them and other features and benefit. This is a method often used when the price is an objection. Demonstration method, it's a method where the salesperson shows the product and some of its functions. This way, the customer gets an idea of how the machine works. The question method, technique in which you question the customer to learn more about his or her objections. This is used to gain information and to hopefully gain a successful rate of selling. And along with that, the direct denial method. This is a technique when using the customer's objection that is based on misinformation. The best is to provide proof and accurate information to answer the objections. We're now going to get into relationship building / marketing. After you make your sale, make sure you don't leave them, welcome them out, and remain friendly during the entire process. Good impressions get lots of good referrals and lots of word of mouth explanations done to other people. The customer could potentially tell others to go to you, which can gain more sales for you. So we're going to define a few things. Taking the order, take great care of the item while getting it ready for the customer. Receiving payment. When receiving the payment, make sure that you take good care of their money and don't steal it. I'm trusting you and the company, so if you fail to do so, this could lead to time spent in jail. Departure. When the customer departs, make sure to thank them and remain friendly the entire time. This will make you seem appealing and attractive. So that was the Maschine sales manual. Make sure that you can go back on the video and review all the PowerPoint slides to make sure you have a successful sale. And along with that, we're going to be having a closing summary. So, the role of Maschine: integrated software/hardware systems for advanced, intuitive group production. Cutting-edge Maschine 2 software features a powerful audio engine, unlimited groups and effects send, multi-core support, Maschine 2 drum synths, scale, ARP, and chord functions. Along with that, much more. And 3 flavors of hardware to deliver the perfect beat making tool for every studio. The Maschine is a great product if you want to be creative and if you're into musical production. If you ever forget anything, just go back through this manual and PowerPoint. That way you have your questions figured out. As a sales representative of this company, I appreciate the time you put into studying this manual. Good luck with your spells, with your sales, and come back anytime you need to.
The biggest boss in the game.